What's up guys, this is Jay and welcome to a Woods of Despair 590 and 646 guide on how to skip the mobs and kill the bosses. To skip this first section, you want to follow the path that I'm about to take. If you're the tank, stay to the right and pull everything that you can in your path. If you're the tank, I like using the two bushes as a marker as to where I should run. So I just run in between them and up this little hill. And if you're DPS, you should follow. Obviously don't stand directly on the tank, you might get hit by AoE. Try not to stray from the path. And if you're the tank, try not to die too fast, or else something like this might happen.
Wanna fuck that guy up? He has a skill.
Obviously I chose saving time over my friend's life and I let him die. But that didn't pay out, so I had to kill it anyways. So if you didn't do this skip incorrectly, the only guy you should have to kill is the Deathwing guard right in front of the portal. So for skipping this part, it's pretty similar. You want to stick to the right. If you're the tank, you don't have to pull these two right here, but I prefer to just in case one of my DPS members aggro it. If you're the DPS, you shouldn't have a problem keeping up with the tank for this part, because there's a lot of headroom for you to catch up. You want to be careful of this patrol up here. Get your green soul skill ready because he can slow you, like right now. You might even want to pop your green soul skill before you aggro him so you're immune to that slow. After these trees, it's kind of like a safe point for your DPS, so they can pretty much stand anywhere in this area. As the tank, I recommend you just run to the wall right up ahead over here and just die next to the wall. For the first boss, as soon as you pull him, he's gonna do his AoE circle like that, and it's super annoying for the melee DPS. The only difference this boss has between the 646 version and the 590 version is that whenever he does his AoE, it spawns a purple circle which does damage over time to you if you stand on it. So just pull him out of it. So when he spawns his phantom, you want to switch targets and kill the phantom first, or it will constantly drain HP from all your party members and heal the boss. Here's an example of his AoE again, and it spawns the purple circle right under him. You just want to pull him out of it. He also has a interruptible AoE skill that you can see right there, Spear of Influence. If you don't interrupt it, anyone standing next to him is going to take a lot of damage. It might just be enough to kill your DPS members. That's it for this boss, so just kill him and move on. So for here, I recommend you just clear a path to the boss and don't do what I'm about to do. You can't really skip this part and it's kind of pointless to even try. So I recommend focusing on the dragon on the right, kill that, kill the guy on the left, move up the stairs that I'm about to step on right now, focus on the right, then kill the left. Kill the patrol by himself. I also recommend you face the patrol away from any of your party members if you're the tank, and if you're the DPS member, I recommend you not stand in front of the patrol. He has a skill called Fatal Breath that does a small cone AoE right in front of him. It does quite a bit of damage, so if you're DPS, it might just one-shot you. I mean, it is called Fatal Breath. Like the patrol, these two guards also have a Fatal Breath, so you don't want to stand in front of them, or if you're the tank, you don't want to face them towards your DPS. Now for the second boss, there are three main differences between 646 and 590. The first is that the firewall you see right there moves a lot faster, so you don't have as much time. 2, he summons his fire circles a lot quicker, so you're gonna have to move in a zigzag pattern, starting here to the left, then move back, and so on. Now the third difference is his targetable AoE. He targets a random person. In the 590 version, that person will explode and do a ton of damage to his allies if he's next to them. In the 646 version, it's similar, except instead of a explosion, he does a line AoE, which you can see him do right now. My friends were laughing because someone failed to roll away, and everyone took a ton of damage. It's much simpler to just walk around the boss, and it's a major mistake to just roll backwards because it's still gonna hit everyone in that line.
Holy fuck. I step on the pine. The side of the pine is still covered. Where's me? Fast. Oh shit! Ah, someone where's me?
Oh, you don't know.
Now a final advice is if someone did die and you need to res them, wait for him to summon a fire circle before you res him, because chances are you're gonna res him in a position where the boss is gonna summon another fire circle. You just saw that happen to my rogue friend right there. Like with a lot of bosses, he has a skill that requires you to stack, so I recommend you to mark the tank and stack on him when you need to. Lastly, he has a interruptible skill. Anyone can interrupt it. If you don't, he'll knock everyone back and do a bunch of damage. Now this last skip is fairly simple. If you're the tank, you want to stick to the right and pull everything all the way up to the boss. Keep in mind the trees have a knockback skill, so get your green soul skill ready. Here's an example of their knockback skill. Now a group of trees you want to make sure you pull are the trees to the right now. You see those trees? Make sure you pull them, because a lot of tanks may forget them, and then when the DPS walks by, they're gonna pull aggro and then they're gonna die. So for this boss, the 590 version and the 646 version is almost exactly the same. The only difference is he can summon a yellow poison pool, and you don't want to position his fire breath on that. It will summon this poison glob that will eventually explode and damage everyone. You can kill it to prevent that damage. You can see the yellow/orange poison circle right there on the left. Now you see him put down his green poison circle. Now that's the one you want to pay attention to. When the boss does his fire breath, like you see him do right now, you want to position yourself in the direction of the green poison circle, like you just saw my friend do right there. You can see that it created a small green pool.
Oh, daddy in water.
At some point, he'll cast a defenseless debuff on everyone, as you can see right now. And in order to remove it, you have to run to the green pool. If you don't, you will have almost no defense, and the boss will most likely one-shot anyone but the tank. This AoE knockback that he's about to cast will probably kill almost everyone, and his fire breath will probably one-shot anyone. Never stand in front of the boss because he has a melee attack called swoop that will hit anyone in front of it. And lastly, never stand directly in front of a poison circle because his knockback might just knock you into it, and then you're gonna die because of it. That's it for Woods 590 and 646. This is Jay, and thank you guys for watching. If you found this video guide helpful, please leave a like, and enjoy doing your dungeons. Jay, signing out.